Ball camera 1.
Quick slant out. And another incomplete pass intended there to number 2, Jake Kenner.
Yeah, if you're the Eagles, you have to get up on this defensive play and force the quarterback to make an error.
Excellent. You got the ball in. Nicely done. 3-3. Go to 3.
By Bell. Bell breaks 2 tackles.
It's all you 3.
Bell's
Nicely
out.
done.
Oh,
he should have stayed there. Keep balling them back 3.
All right, and welcome into Care Flight Field here at Watkins Stadium for what is turning out to be an absolutely beautiful night for some high school football. I am Andy Horton alongside Jared Bergstrom. And Jared, we're just about ready for kickoff, but of course, like every week, we got to do our pregame picks. And this week, our guest is none other than our good friend, Carrie Robbins of Carrie Robbins Realty. How you doing, Carrie?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me back.
All right, well, so our first game of the week actually happened last night, guys. We all picked Waynesville. It was Waynesville and Oakwood. So everyone starts out the week 1-0. Our next game, we got Sydney at West Carrollton. Jared, I'll let you take it. No, okay. Ladies first. Let's go, Carrie.
Okay, ladies first. I'm going to go with West Carrollton on this one. I know, it's a strange pick. I'm going with the Pirates.
All right. How about you, Jared?
I did research, and Carrie's only gotten 3 games wrong in the 2 times she did this last year, so I'm going to side with Carrie, and I think the Pirates are going to end that 23-game losing streak tonight.
Man, I am the biggest believer in the Pirates, I thought at least. I mean, I've taken so many L's over the last 2 years picking these guys, and I don't think I'm going to take another one tonight, so I think I'm going to pick Sydney instead. I grew up, like, I went to Stebbins, and Stebbins and Sydney, they've played each other a lot, and so I know the history of Sydney. They have a pretty good football program, so I'm picking Sydney tonight. Then we got the undefeated 4-0 Valley View Spartans going up against Eaton. Jared, we'll take.
This is going to be the first loss for either team, and it's going to be a conference loss that this could end up deciding the Swivel Championship, but it's hard to pick against Caden Henson, so I'm going to take the Spartans.
All right. How about you, Carrie?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Jared. It's hard to go against the Spartans on this one. It's going to be a tough game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout either way. I think it's going to be a heck of a game, but I give it to Valley View.
All right, I guess it's a clean sweep because as leader of the Caden Henson fan club, I'm not picking against that kid, especially not tonight. Next, we got Centerville and Northmont. Carrie, who you got?
You know, I'm always a Springboro Panther fan, obviously, but I'm going to pick Centerville at this one.
All right, Jared, who you picking?
And Carrie sticks with her loyalty. I mean, I'm a Firebird alum, so I can't stand picking Centerville, but I think Centerville is going to probably win this one pretty handily.
All right, so Centerville is 3-0 yet again. All right, so then our next game, we got Wayne and Miamisburg. Jared, you can take the start.
I really wanted to pick Miamisburg in this one, but Wayne just knocked off Springfield last week, and Springfield doesn't lose much at all in the regular season, so I'm going to take the Warriors in this one.
Which way we going, Carrie?
I know. I feel like I'm copying Jared a lot here, but I think we kind of share a football brain. I agree with you. I wanted to pick Miamisburg here, but my football brain is saying you got to go with the Wayne Warriors. You can't go against them right now.
And I guess we got another 3-0 sweep. Wayne, they got down with under 2 minutes left in the game last week, turned around, took back a kickoff inside the last 45 seconds. The Warriors, they're back to that, being that franchise, to being that type of a team that we were used to seeing when we were kids. And then, so our final game of the week, Carrie, I'll let you go ahead and start it. We got Fairmont and Springboro. Which way you going?
I mean, come on, guys. Once a Panther, always a Panther, right? I'm class of 1994. I'm here wearing a jersey from 1987. It's our homecoming week. And like I told Jared earlier, in the food chain, a Panther is always going to prevail over a Firebird. So Panthers all the way tonight, baby.
All right, gotta love the energy and that. And, I can't disagree, man. I think this Firebirds team, they're adding the passing game in. I love to see it, but I just don't feel like this is going to be a Firebird night, Jared. So it's 2 against, I don't know. Which way you going? We'll have to see.
Well, I like the quarterback change that the Panthers did a couple weeks ago. They picked up their first win of the season last week against Beaver Creek, but I don't think Beaver Creek is a stepping stone that you can really measure your win off. I picked against the Firebirds last week, and I came out wrong, so I can't pick against them anymore this season. Fairmont wins.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so that's going to do it for this week's edition of MVCC Pregame Picks. I'm Andy Horton, this Jared Bergstrom, this Kerry Robbins, and guys, we'll be back for kickoff. See you then.
Gentlemen, here are your Springboro Panthers.
Look at the little kid.
Ladies and gentlemen, our colors tonight are being presented by the Springboro High School Junior ROTC. We live in a great country with freedoms like no other. To honor America and all those who dedicated their lives defending those freedoms, please stand as you're able, remove your headgear, and sing along if you wish as the Springboro High School Marching Band plays our national anthem.
Flag.
All right, welcome here inside Careflight Field at Watkins Stadium as we get ready for tonight's MVCC game of the week for week number 5, as the 2-2 Fairmont Firebirds are taking battle with the 1-3 Springboro Panthers. Jared Bergstrom alongside Andy Horton in the booth. Andy, Springboro's going to get the ball first. Fairmont won and deferred. So what do you think we have to watch out for the Panthers on offense tonight?
Well, Jared, one thing I think we got to watch. It's Austin Newdigate, the new quarterback. He took over last game against the Beavers and Beaver Creek. He had a pretty good game, threw for about 150 yards, a touchdown, and throughout the season, he's amassed almost 270 rushing yards. So he's a dual threat type of a guy, can get it done on the ground and through the air. Always have to remember the wide receivers, guys like Maxim Butler and Braden Wilhite, Willian Yates, all explosive playmakers along the outside. Jared, what are we going to have to look forward to from the Firebirds?
On defense for the Firebirds, it's kind of the same story. They're not a lot of solo tackles. They do a lot of assist and gang tackles. But Gavin Profit has 25 total tackles, 5.5 tackles for loss, leading this Firebirds defensive squad. Has a pass deflection. It'll be interesting to see. I do not know if Cameron Payne is back or not yet for the Firebirds at the corner position. We saw what he did last year and a little bit he did in the altar game for us in week 1. So if the Firebirds have him back on the field tonight, it's going to be a long night for Newdigate in this Panther offense. Looks like you have, is that maybe number 0 for the Panthers? Yes. And I can't see the far number. So you got Willian Yates and maybe, no, that's not Robbie Carter. But you're going to have Max Gehring kick off here for the Firebirds. And this one is booted away. Gehring has the leg strength, and he puts it into the end zone. And okay, I was about to say, once the ball goes into the end zone, it can't be taken out, and the ref just let him go on out. But Springboro's going to start 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. So we'll see what quarterback comes out onto the field for the Panthers. And it looks like it's going to be a handoff to Yates to the outside, and he gets enough for a first down maybe. And I believe that might have been Doty with the tackle there, well, the push out of bounds. And it looks like number 13, Austin Newdigate, is the quarterback back there first for the Panthers.
Nice to hear that name again. It's been a couple weeks since we've done a Firebirds game. Stevie Doty
rifles it out there, and that's a dangerous pass. It got tipped and bobbled around, and if it wasn't so close to the sideline, that could have had a chance to be a turnover there.
Siler Siffler, the man in there, or Siler Slifer, my bad, in there on the defense, number 16, closest man. And yeah, that was definitely a dangerous pass.
3rd down and about 2.5 maybe. So Newdigate is going to go in shotgun formation here. Yates is going to go out in motion. Newdigate's going to keep this one, scrambles up the middle, goes sideways, but looks like he'll be knocked out of bounds, but enough for a first down for the Panthers.
Gavin Profit, that man that you were just talking about a couple minutes ago, number 12 in there on the stop. And another guy that I'm also excited we get to see again, Cam Payne. He got hurt in that first game of the season, went out with a concussion in the Battle of Kettering, and he wasn't there week 2 for our second game, so good to see that he's healthy again, back out there. Newdigate through the line of scrimmage. He keeps those feet moving out near the 50. They're going to mark him down at the 48.
Back-to-back runs for Newdigate. Be 2nd and about 5 here, like you said, from the 48. And that one,
he's going to go backwards.
I don't see who that was. So it's going to be 3rd and about 6 now. You see Newdigate goes back in shotgun formation. Newdigate back to pass, throws it to the far sideline, and it is incomplete. And Fairmont looks to get a stop here first on the Panthers' first drive.
Nice job forcing the 3 and out.
Now you're going to have Connor, is that Connor Smith going back there to punt? Yes, it is. Connor Smith does it all. Linebacker, tight end, punter. We're going to call his name quite a bit tonight. You see number 1 Campaign back to return this one. Fairmont, you see there, number 24. Logan Wilkins almost gets there. Payne setting up for a return. Payne bounces to the outside, tries to turn back field, and he is tackled at about, I cannot see, maybe the 20.
Looks like that is where they're going to mark him.
Oh, good. I guessed on that because the sun is right in my eyes here.
Yeah, definitely hard to see. That is, I'll tell you what, man, I love coming here to Care Flight Field at Watkins Stadium.
Maybe need to push kickoff back till 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
when
it's
we're here.
Always fun to do a game here, but the sun is directly in our eyes.
So now we're going to see junior Brock Baker lead the Fairmont offense out for the first time tonight. And we talked about it a little bit in our pregame picks, Fairmont has added a passing repertoire to their game. At least something to keep Panthers got to keep their eyes on tonight. They don't do it much. You said they average about 3 a game. And Brock is going to, oh no, he handed that off up the middle to probably Justin Turner.
That is the man, and there's not much room there. It looks like they're going to give him about a yard out to the 21.
But the good thing about Brock is this is probably the tallest quarterback Miller's had in his tenure. So he finally has somebody that can see over the line when they're back, once he hikes the ball to protect them. So that definitely adds to the Firebirds, and we've seen him complete 8 passes, 5 of which, though, went to Asa Dunleavy, and Brock faked the handoff again, and Turner maybe gets out to the 23, maybe the 24. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 5, 6 maybe. So this is where the Panthers, if you're mentally, you've got to keep that pass back in your head. Like, oh, they do throw it a little bit more, or at least line up to throw it. But Brock has speed. If he gets out to the edge, he can pick up a first down on his feet. And Brock, as you see there, went right up the middle across the 25, so he'll be about 4 yards short. And the Firebirds are going to have to punt this one away. So Firebirds go 3 and out, but you see how much time they've taken off in just 3 plays. Almost 2.5 minutes of game time. High, booming kick.
Daniel Seaton.
And that's a fumble. And I don't know. Let's see who the refs say. I think that's the Firebirds.
That is number 24, Logan Wilkins. Great punt by Daniel Seaton. Puts it in a good area. It was a bad read trying to pick up the punt. And Wilkins is going to be the first man to get in there. Great hustle by the Firebirds.
And that's what, I remember we went to a couple practices for the Firebirds before the season started, and we were watching those kind of Australian-style kicks. He put just enough backspin when, who was that caught it? Maxim Butler was going to field it. It looked like it hit off him, or maybe he read it wrong off the backspin. And like you said, Wilkins there to clean it up. And Wilkins almost got through to block that punt for the Firebirds, or the Panthers punt earlier.
And Maxim Butler, a great wide receiver, very sure-handed and good at receiving punts too, but just let that one slip. I might have had something to do with the sun.
Yeah, I can definitely believe that, because I barely got a glimpse of the being blocked. You're hiding behind the monitor. I've got my hat brim all the way down, so.
So they're gonna say that they made it to the 34 on that play.
Decent run there for Turner. And that's what Fairmont, they have to average. Still, it's going to be a heavy onslaught of the rushing, but Fairmont has got to keep it second and manageable, third and manageable, and picking up 4 or 5 every play is definitely something for them. Is Brock going to pitch it back here to, I believe, is that Gagel? Dunleavy. And now I want to know was number 50 for the Firebirds. That is
all the way down past the 20.
Well, no, and his helmet was off too.
Playing with energy.
He really blocked his guy out of the way. So it's going to bring up 3rd and I'll call it a 2 maybe.
The board says 3rd and 3.
And you see Fairmont here bringing out the big tonnage. Brock going to hand it off to Turner in the last part of that and
it looked like it's enough to me.
Yeah, the scoreboard, or the dial it down, already switched it to first down, and so we'll see. Yeah, the first down for the Firebirds, and getting so closer to that red zone area. We'll see what the Firebirds do. May we see an early pass here from Brock Baker. Has a receiver to the top. And no, Brock's going to run right up the middle. Brock
Big
bursts
hole.
through a big hole to the outside. Brock at the 10, and he will be drugged down at the 5. A big run, gain of 15 for Brock Baker.
Cameron Mintier, the man to make the stop. That's number 11 for the Panthers. And I'll tell you what, he definitely saved a touchdown there. That was a nice little hop step kind of cutback there by Brock Baker. Got a little bit of a lane there, and he was nearly on his way to the house.
So first and goal here at the 5 for the Firebirds. Brock going to hand. No, Brock's going to fake the handoff to Turner. Brock up the middle, and Brock.
The Firebirds are saying it's a touchdown.
It is good. In for 5 yards out for Brock Baker. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the season.
And that's a little surprising. I would have thought he would have had a couple more than that.
He has 2 passing.
Yeah, I would have thought he would have had more than 2 rushing touchdowns coming into tonight's game. But the Firebirds are able to strike first. Make it a 6-0 game with a chance
punt
for Max Gehring to add on the extra one.
That was a high snap. Kick is up, and kick is good.
Gehring the kick. Zach Gaggle the holder.
That is Gehring's 10th point scored on the season.
And the Firebirds, I'm going to go ahead and say that was a quick score. I mean, they did end up having the ball for about 6 minutes, but that involved a punt, and
I would say the punt. Since the punt, it was about maybe 2 minutes total. Well, Brock had that huge run on the after that first down. So now we're going to see Springboro's been their offense has been on the sideline for a little bit. So we're going to see how does Newdigate come out and try to answer here back for the for the Panthers. You're going to have Gehring kick off here. There's a shot of the marching Firebirds band.
There's a shot of Coach Miller coaching up the Blue Hogs, getting excited about what his team was just able to do on the offensive end.
Gehring boots that one. That one's about 4 yards into the back of the end zone. So we know Gehring has the leg. We've seen him a couple times in pregame kicking from about the 40. And, I mean, granted, that's with no rush, but, I mean, he's making 40 with ease, it looks like. So Fairmont going to continue that string of potentially having long field goals instead of going for it on 4th down in some cases. But now let's see what Newdigate does here. His 2nd possession for the Panthers. Now officials stop play. I think they had to reset the play clock. Yeah, there it did just, it reset to 20.
Newdigate dropped back. Now he's going to run, and he absolutely just plowed over Gavin Profit.
I think Profit might set his feet a little bit more next time if Newdigate's running at him. I don't think he was expecting Newdigate to really kind of go over him like that.
And yeah, Jared, I'm a little surprised. Newdigate, only 6 foot tall, 175 pounds. Not a ton of power in that frame, but
Newdigate whips that one out quickly to number 17, Jackson Long. And Long gets pushed out of bounds at about the 45, maybe the 46.
That was a nice job by Long. Ran a little curl route, caught it, made sure to come back to the ball, and then rounds out to he turns back to the inside, one stiff arm, and able to pick up the first down out to around the 45.
And you see Springboro up on the line quickly. It's going to be a handoff to Yates. Yates bounces it to the left. Yates across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at about the 45. Well, no. Okay, they're going to say about the 44.
He's gotten a couple inches taller, hasn't he?
Yes, he has since basketball season last year.
He's now listed at 6 foot.
No, they move it back to the 46, so I had the wrong angle on that one. Play clock is under 10. Newdigate's gonna, and this is just gonna be a run right to the right side, picks up the first down across the 40 down to about the 37, 38. Take a look here at the replay. Just, I mean, Newdigate, he's got a, I guess we don't really have to talk about his passing yet. He's only completed 2. Everything else has kind of been almost like a Wildcat direct snap, it seems like, with how quickly he gets it out there. And that one's incomplete, intended to number 7,
Braden Wilhite,
coach's son.
You know, I didn't know that there was relation, but I was assuming.
Oh, he plays basketball too, and maybe if we get a shot of him with his helmet off, looks exactly like his dad. See Springboro after the incompletion taking a little bit more time here. Play clock is down to 5.
Yates is going to switch sides. Now take the snap.
It's going to be a handoff, and look at this. That is was that 24, Logan Wilkins?
So Logan Wilkins with a big impact here in the first quarter of the game. Recovered the fumble on the muffed punt, and then this time he gets 5 yards in the backfield.
Right there, the last one on that top side of the line for the Firebirds goes through untouched. Had to hesitate to see if Newdigate held on to it, but just what a job to wrap up Yates there in the backfield.
That is a loss of at least 4. It looks like they're going to call it 6 on the play. It's 3rd and 16.
And if you're the Panthers, a little bit of issues blocking up front for the Wilkins has gotten through a couple times, and timeout called. I don't know if Springboro called a timeout or if this is official's timeout. Springboro calls the timeout. 3:26 left here in the first quarter. What does Springboro have to do here to work on this? I mean, this is 3rd and long.
I think they need to find some easy completions for Newdigate. You know, an inexperienced quarterback. He completed 56% of his passes last week. So it's not like he's done bad. But I think, you know, if you can mix in a couple of screens and try and just maybe get him on a little bit of a roll, that'll do like a lot for his confidence and maybe get this offense going in the right direction. I mean, they've been able to pick up a couple of first downs on each of their first 2 drives, but sustaining these drives is where they've had their problem. I'm going to come back out for the 3rd down.
Third and 16 here for the Panthers. Yates goes in motion, fakes it off to him. Newdigate throws it out to the outside. There's Butler. A big hole.
And Butler, exactly what I just called for, Jared. A screen pass, the outside. Maxim Butler is going to make the Firebirds pay. Pickup of about 20 on the play, probably about 22.
And you saw the Firebirds kind of sent everything at that, trying to get in the backfield really quick. Play clock's down to 5.
One wide receiver singled out to the top and 2 to the bottom.
Newdigate fakes the handoff to Yates and runs to the right, or runs to the left side of the line. Maybe gains 1 on the play.
And looks like we're going to have an injury timeout. It looks like Firebird number 92, Matthew Lamberth II, is going to be down with an injury, and he's not moving. Looks like it could be a shoulder or something. He looks like he's in a lot of pain, so hope he's going to be okay.
Let's see there. They're working on it. Hope maybe it might just be a cramp. Hopefully.
We'll say it again. Hopefully.
Yeah, I hate to see any kids go down for injury. But I will say it was in this game last year back at Roush. I believe it was Gavin Profit was carried off the field in the first quarter and ended up coming back and having the game sealing interception.
He pulled a Paul Pierce.
Had something done. You see he's up, not putting a lot of weight on that right side. No, left side.
Left.
Camera reverse. And that's kind of a big void to fill. 6'1", 203 defensive end / linebacker, but a senior.
Definitely a big presence in the middle.
Oh, now they're going to carry him off the field. So it will be 2nd and 8 here for the Panthers after that 2-yard run by Newdigate. Referee signals play. Newdigate's going to take this one and run right to the left side again and pushed out of bounds at about the 15, maybe the 14.
Great job on that play. Jackson Long, number 17 for the Panthers, had a nice block coming back towards the offensive line. It wasn't a cutback block or anything, no penalty. Excellent job by him to not draw the penalty, but helped really seal that edge for his quarterback.
I was about to say, it was close. I was waiting for it just in case.
I believe it was Cam Payne who he was able to get in front of.
Newdigate, or is that's Yates, actually.
That's Butler. Oh, no, okay. You were correct. That is Toby DeGlow, the man on the stop, I believe, number 3.
I think the Firebirds line was actually surprised that Newdigate handed it off. It seems like he's carried it the last 3 or 4 times. So it'll be 1st and goal at about the, is that like inside the 1 or inside the 2? 1st and goal from very short.
The 1.5.
As Newdigate hands off to Yates. Yates gets to the outside.
Looking for the
and
corner.
He's tripped up.
And a great job there. Daniel Seaton, number 20, kicker / linebacker. He does a little bit of everything for this Firebird team, and he was not going to let Yates get the edge there. Chased him all the way down.
Definitely had the speed advantage. And actually lost a yard on the play. Springboro taking some time getting lined up. Newdigate gonna fake this one, roll to the left. Newdigate back.
And they're going to keep him out of the end zone.
I think he might have lost another yard or 2. Payne pushes him out of bounds. They're going to say no gain. I didn't know if he got back to the line of scrimmage or not.
So this Fairmont defense, 3rd and 2, looking to bend and not break.
And I think if you're Springboro this early, you got to go. This is 4-down territory. Newdigate trying to draw the Firebirds off sides, and I think they did. I didn't know if that was number 75, Aiden Ferguson, jumped or not.
Number 9, Behen Cross for the...
That was actually Logan Wilkins.
I saw Kraus on after they were able to draw that one. He started clapping immediately. The Panthers giving us a little bit of a signal.
So it's half distance to the goal, but not a 1st down. So still 3rd and goal here for the Panthers. Newdigate gonna roll to the right. Newdigate will knock it in. What a hit there by number, is that 12?
Yes. Gavin
Prophet. Who else? We talked about him in pregame. He's the one to watch out, and he comes out of that linebacker role and just delivers a nice hit there.
And who else, Jared? Also Logan Wilkins, number 24, the man who was on the bottom of the pile.
Got him up high or got him down low, and Prophet finished it up high, and the Panthers look like they're going to go for it here on 4th down. And what a stand here for the Firebirds, running 4 plays inside the 2
Kraus
on defense. Newdigate plows through, and I don't think he gets in.
And Kraus is going to be thrown backwards.
What a defensive stand there for the Firebirds. 4 plays inside the 1, and they hold up.
And talk about a confidence booster for this Fairmont defense. They allowed the Panthers to drive the entire length of the field. And Kraus got a push, but there is nothing there.
I think that's Campaign that had the first hit.
The team, the captain of the defense.
And then you saw Prophet there, finished it up, got through the line. So a nice defensive stand there for the Firebirds, but now you're in the shadows of your own goalpost.
What are they bringing in, Jared?
Tonnage.
There you go. We got big number 74 in the backfield.
Brock hands that one off goes to the right side and actually gets across the 5. So
when you got a guy like Colton Green, 6'5", 301 offensive lineman who's going to play fullback, I think you're getting out of the end zone.
And you see the defensive coordinator and defensive line there talking up this Firebirds defensive came through there. And Fairmont doesn't have to let this one go, and they won't. So Fairmont got the ball with 30 seconds left there to end the first. And, I mean, this is going to be a 99-yard drive if the Firebirds try to do anything. Tonight's game brought to you by Minuteman Press of Kettering. We remind you where they design, print, and promote you. And be sure to look out for their Firebirds merch sale. I've been told it's been delayed a little bit. Might be at the end of this month, so definitely be on the lookout for that to stock up on all your Firebird swag.
I definitely will be taking a look. I've been telling you for a while. I need to get like a shirt from each
I picked up
school.
a shirt today. They printed me one up, and
well, you got to connect.
Like
go ahead, give me one.
I'll think about it.
All right.
Be nice to me.
Hey, come on now, Jared.
But this is kind of a double whammy for Springboro because you run 4 plays inside the 2, you don't get it. And what is Fairmont able to do the best? Take time off the clock, and you give them a super long field. There might be more than a 9-minute drive if Fairmont can pick up a couple first downs.
Well, and on that very first play, they did just one of the most Fairmont things possible. Like I said, they
run up the middle for a gain of 5.
300-pounder in the backfield and say, "Hey, clear the lane, buddy." He cleared 6 yards. They're out to the 6 now. It's going to be 2nd and 5, and Coach Miller would be perfectly fine just chewing up 5 yards at a time. Take a 20-play, 12-minute drive.
I don't know if we've ever even seen one of those in the college level or the pro level. A 20-play 9.
I think the longest drive I've ever seen was 18 plays.
All right, so I'm going to tally mark this drive. We're going to have to get Guinness on the line if breaking records tonight here for the Firebirds if they can get a couple first downs.
I believe we're in the midst of a TV timeout.
Yes, with Spectrum News 1. Don't flip over to their station. Keep watching us here.
We're better, I promise. Maybe. And we got the TV timeout coordinator on the field right now.
I don't know if I'm a coach, I mean, that just gives, your offense, that just gives them too much extended time on the
sideline.
On the sideline, you don't want your quarterback to get cold. I mean, granted, you're defensive coach. You love this. Let's just get all the rest we can get. And now we're ready. First play here of the second quarter. And you said it's 2nd and 5. Definitely see what the Firebirds do here. Brock hands that one up the middle. As that is number 48, Damian Patton. first time we've called his name the whole season. I don't think we called him at all in the Alter game or the Trotwood game.
On the defensive end, I know we did.
Okay. But bursts through, gets across the 15 out to about the 16, 17. Okay, he's got 58 carry, or no, that was Brock's. He's got 14 carries for 45 yards, so nice little 3-yard chunk there.
And he almost added a ton to that right there. He stumbled, or he could have been off to the races
Brock
all by himself.
Powers through there across the 20 out to about the 24. And all of Fairmont's offense relies on what that initial push from the Blue Hogs gets. And if they're going to have their way with this Springboro defensive line like they have a little bit these first couple plays, it's going to be a long night for the Panthers defensive line.
You know, I've been waiting on a Blue Hogs t-shirt for 2 years.
I don't know if they ever made merch for that.
We need to talk to the Minutemen then.
That's going to be a handoff to Patton up the middle. Patton has, I don't want to say enough for a first down yet, at an angle. And then that will be. Cunningham and Mintier on there for the tackle. And that's the first time calling Cunningham's name tonight. He was a leading tackler the last couple years for the Panthers. And Springboro brings back a lot on the defensive side of the ball. See Brock changing something, it looks like, at the line of scrimmage. And that is going to be an offside or false start. But I can tell by the way, by who false started, that it was going to be a Baker run to that right side of the line, because you saw how far forward let's see if we can see back. I want to say that might have been number 44, Aiden Contreras might have jumped off sides. I see that 4 right there. Maybe 64? No, there's no 64.
Colton Green, 74.
And there's a run, big run there for Turner. And that picks up more than the scrimmage.
Noah Tulich, 54. That's who it was. I'll tell you what, right now this Fairmont offense is getting just about everything they want. I mean, I'd say they're rushing for a good 5 yards a carry right now.
Brock gonna fake that or pitch that one back to Payne. Payne lowers his shoulder, and I don't know if I really want to do that. If I'm Cam Payne, you don't want to risk getting a head or knocked to the head again. But nice pickup there on second down, makes it 3rd and about 2.
You see Payne lower his shoulder there at the end of the play. My goodness, that was just not a good decision. Not a joke, Jared. Really took one right to the head. That was Cam Mintier, number 11, the guy who lowered the boom. But that was a great decision.
And what comes out now? 3rd and short, tonnage. Brock going to give it back to Turner. Turner leaps over, and
that is going to be just enough.
Yes, it is.
Still waiting for the chains to move. Finally, they do. And Coach Miller just must have one of the biggest smiles we've ever seen him with on the sideline right now. You even get backed up after a bad false start, and who cares? Just literally 5 yards, 5 yards, 5 yards. Pick up that first down.
That one going to be a run.
Baker's going to keep it up the middle.
There was some extracurricular activities going on up here. That's what the camera followed, and kind of glad there. That was number 53 for the Firebirds, Brett Fuller, and I didn't catch the Panthers' number, but they were kind of doing one of those blocking battles.
Pick up a 3 on the play, so 2nd and 7. Baker's going to look over. Now he's going to shout out orders to the offense. Get set, hands it off.
Turn around, hand it off to Patton. Patton will be close to a first down.
Lowers the boom and is going to knock Connor Smith.
That's going to be enough for a first down.
That is going to be just enough. Get him to the 50-yard line.
I mean, just look at this initial push. You got your offensive lineman blocking at the linebacking unit already.
Sorry, it was Cunningham in there for the stop.
This is the 10th play of the drive.
Is it?
Yes.
And they're halfway there.
That's going to be a run up the middle for Patton. Gets down to about the 47. I guess it would be down to going this way once you're on that side of the 50.
And Jared, we're almost halfway through the quarter.
You said a 20-play drive, and I said take about 9 minutes off. So we'll see what by the time this drive is over.
Got Logan Doty, number 43, out on the edge for the Firebirds. Got 2 men to this side.
Brock's going to fake that handoff, gets through, squirts through, still on his feet. Gets maybe to the 40.
And it took a whole slew of Panthers to slow down Brock Baker that time. Well, I guess to stop Brock Baker, because at no point in that play was he actually moving quickly. But he did pick up 5 yards. Just kept the feet moving. Great execution so far. Ball on the
39?
41.
41.
Wrong side of the line.
Defense is on the 39.
There we go. Bring
Tonnage.
out the extra power.
Hands it off. And
Nowhere
they
to
had
go
to get
there.
to the 40, and the dial down changed to the first already. And it is another first down for the Firebirds.
And that one was close. I wasn't sure about that. I kind of want to bring out the chain gang.
They already moved. Yeah, they already set themselves. So I guess Will Height didn't ask for a measurement in time. And you see there the Panther band. We're going to see them here in a couple minutes. Halftime shows.
Sorry, yes, Fairmont has an ever-changing fullback, because that time
look at that big run there for, was that Patton?
I believe it was Patton yet again.
Smith and Mintier with the tackle there. Yeah, if Fairmont is gashing this line and getting 5, I would say at least 5 yards a carry so far.
Half.
This defensive line is going to be tired, and this is the 14th play of the drive. Turn around, hand off to Patton, and that one is blown dead, so I guess I got to cross that line out.
I just wait to make another mark.
No, because I would do it again. But here's a look at that run by Patton. Oh, no, that was the play that was blown dead. Never mind.
They just decided they'd back up a little bit, so they had more plays.
So now they'll get another big 5-yard chunk or something on this one. 2nd and 8 now. Now this will be the 14th play of the drive. Baker stands up, looks to the direction or to the sideline for instructions.
Carson Copley lined out wide. Got to be aware of that.
Could be a handoff to Patton up the middle, and he maybe gets across the line of scrimmage.
Not.
Oh no,
there.
I saw the dial-a-down move. That's actually about a gain of 3 or 4.
Just gonna get him up to
back to the 41.
3rd and 6.
Oh no, sorry, that's the 36. I looked at the wrong line again. There you see the Firebirds cheerleaders. Not as vast as numbers as the Waynesville cheerleaders last night.
I counted there was at least 22 or 24 of them. That was
my gosh!
a
You
massive
can field
cheer
a
squad.
team of offense and defense for cheerleaders.
You even got
their
your
powder
kicker.
puff. Their powder puff's going to be good this year.
You even got your kicker and your long snapper.
Fairmont's going to take a timeout here with 3:10 left in this first half. Fairmont on a 14-play drive, and 8 minutes and 50 seconds have gone off the clock. May we see for the first time ever
A 12-minute.
Fairmont take a 12, well, it'd be 12 minutes and 30 seconds because they got the ball with 30 seconds left after that goal line stand.
That'd be 4 first half drives
For
total.
total? Yeah, 4 first half drives.
The wonders of the read option. So getting ready to come out of the timeout. Baker's
Oh, that's right.
getting his offense ready.
We won't have the bands tonight. It's homecoming. Darn, I was looking forward to seeing the Panthers band. They always put on a good show. So third and gotta help me out, Andy. I can't even see a scoreboard
Third
at
and
all.
6.
3rd and 6.
The
And
pitch
Brock
out.
keeps this one, lowers the head, and that'll be close.
It's not going to be long
Oh, no,
enough.
sorry. That was a pitch to
Ace of
Dunleavy.
It's not going to be far enough, but what are the Firebirds going to do? I see the offense staying out there right now.
4th and 2.
It
You only
says-
know what that means.
It says 4th and 1 on the board.
All right, so we're not going to listen to the guy. But you know what that means.
The tonnage.
Tonnage. There you go. You got the Blue Hogs on the defensive side, and you got the tonnage on the offensive side. We're going to have one shirt made with both of them on it, one on the front and back.
There you go.
No, we're not going to bring out the tonnage. Brock under center, turns around, hands it off, and that will be enough for a first down.
More than enough, as there was a nice size hold. I could have fit my Jeep through there, Jared. That front unit doing a really great job so far here tonight. Just clearing room left and right.
Play number 17 on the drive.
We're looking for a record-breaking performance.
Baker thought about faking the pitch. Ball comes out.
And he actually gets it away at the end. Payne.
And here's a big hole to the right side for Payne. Payne turns nothing into about a gain of 3 or 4.
And Jared, I think
That was close for how close Brock got that pitched out.
I'll tell you what, I think Coach Miller is going to be okay with the outcome, but when they watch that in practice on Monday, he's going to be looking at him, and he's going to, what in the world were you thinking, son?
Monday, they're probably going to be called in
Tomorrow morning?
tomorrow
All
morning.
right,
It's probably
fine.
going to be tomorrow morning
You're
before the
gonna say,
JV
what
game.
in the world were you thinking, Brock? That was crazy. But a sensational outcome after the very talented campaign able to make
And there's a
something out
handoff
of
to
nothing.
Patton up the middle. Patton spin moves.
And they're just
Fairmont is
Slicing
doing
them
what
up.
they want with this offensive line.
getting everything they want.
And look at this. I mean, you've got the center falls down, tries to create that block, and then you've got the left guards blocking on the right side. These guards and tackles being able to pull. That one maybe gets to the line of scrimmage. Piddle with the tackle.
Well, and Jared, you know, something that we talked about a lot over the first couple weeks was the youth and inexperience of a lot of these Firebird offensive and defensive linemen. But I think we've seen these guys grow up over the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Brock going to keep that one. Brock runs up the middle. Brock might have the first down. I think he does.
I mean, we're seeing a great push from all of these guys. When we go from number 53, Brett Fuller, Noah Tulich, 54, Liam McNeely, Braden Feltner. It doesn't matter which name I call. Colton
They're
Green,
all getting their jobs done.
Aiden Ferguson. Yeah, they're all doing a beautiful job of just making room, plowing over defenders, and just making it easy for these Fairmont backs and runners.
So Fairmont calls a timeout with 19 seconds. So coming out of the timeout, this will be the 22nd play of the drive.
And they are over 12 minutes now as there is 19 seconds on the clock.
I cannot wait to talk to Miller about this drive because this drive is, if Fairmont holds on to win, this drive is the play of the game.
It is his dream.
22 plays, over 12 minutes.
We're just on the money with our predictions this season.
Well, here we go. 3rd down and 5, just inside the 10-yard line.
3rd and 5 here for the Firebirds. 19 seconds left. A timeout in the back pocket, so Fairmont can run the ball here. But let's see if Brock, will this be the one pass? Brock hands it up off the middle for Turner.
He's going to hit it across the 5, or it looks like to the 6 is where they'll call him. And they're going to let it tick away.
Timeout. No, they're not going to call a timeout.
Right now, he waits till 2 seconds is on the clock. And personally, I'm a little disappointed this is not going to end in a touchdown.
Well, with how for sure we've seen Gehring, it's a smart move. Line him up where he wants the ball. You take what should be the for sure points. You get the ball to start the second half. You just took 12 and a half minutes off the clock. So go into the halftime with all momentum on your side. And I got to try and get down there and see if I can talk to Miller coming out of the half to see what he has to say about that. But like I said, I've never seen, it's been close. I've never seen Miller take the whole quarter. And on what this will be the 23rd play of the drive with this field goal coming up. So this will be about a, let's see, the ball is at the 6. So this will be a 26-yard field goal here for Max Gehring.
Looks like he's actually going to line up at the 14.
Oh.
Maybe the 13.
Okay, so a 23-yard. Or no, 33. Snaps good, holds good, kick is up, and it is through the uprights, and Fairmont on a 12-and-a-half play drive adds 3 right before the half expires, takes a 10-0 lead into the halftime. And I don't know Springboro's got to figure out something. They can't afford to just keep going 3 and out like they have. So we'll see what Panthers, or what adjustments the Panthers make at halftime. We're going to throw it down to the homecoming festivities, and then we will be back for the second half of our MVCC Game of the Week for week number 5. right, welcome back as we get ready to kick off the second half of our MVCC Game of the Week for week number 5. Fairmont holds a 10-point lead. Andy, why is that?
Well, Jared, the Blue Hogs, as they have been come to know around these parts, they have been absolutely excellent in the first half. The Fairmont offense was averaging over 5 yards per rush, and, you know, they started throwing the ball a lot more this season. They're averaging over three passes a game so far. But in this first half, we saw no passes. There was no need for them to even think about throwing the ball. They're getting everything they wanted on the ground. They had 2 false starts, but it didn't even matter because when you're averaging over 5 yards a rush, and even if you lose 5 yards, first down 5, second down 5, third down 5, first down. I mean, it's just been too easy for the Firebirds tonight.
And here we see this one booted into the back of the end zone, and Fairmont will start their first drive of the second half at the 20-yard line.
Over the heads of Stevie Doty and Cam Payne, the 2 Firebirds back to receive that kick. And we talked about it a lot going into halftime. A 12.5-minute, 23-play drive, Jared, that just sucks all the life out of this stadium.
And we're going to see them on the field start here first. And if you're the Panthers, hopefully you can get them 3 and out real quick.
Baker's under center. Got Dunleavy in the backfield. Zach Gaggle as well as Turner. He's going to hand it off to Turner. There's a hole. Turner going to be upended by 2 Panthers, a combination of Silas Cunningham and Austin that was not Austin Newdigate. That was Cameron Mintier, number 11. But just like the Firebirds were doing in the first half, 6 yards on the first run of the game. Now we have a down Firebird. He's down on one knee. I believe that is number 74, Colton Green. The big man who's been, never mind, because I see him out there right now. It is 54. So that is Noah Tolich being helped off. He's got a little bit of a limp. Good to see him up. And I think you can very faintly hear a round of applause from the other side of the stadium as the opposing fans are happy that he's able to get himself up.
Yeah, you don't root for anybody to be hurt.
And an update on Matthew Lamberth, the second. It looks like he's sitting over there, big number 92. He has his jersey off, so it looks like his night is done. He was the guy who came out in the first half, had to be carried off the field. Hope he is okay. So now set, he's going to hand it off. It's Baker to, it looked like it was Turner.
Turner
There's not much room there, maybe a gain of 1. So it's going to be a gain of none, and it will be 3rd and 4.
So we got some score updates for you around the area. Sydney up 36-0 at the half over West Carrollton.
It was 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. Wow.
Centerville and Northmont. Centerville up 7-0 at the half over the Thunderbolts. Valley View was down 14-0 at the end of the first quarter, but stormed back in that second quarter, leads 21-14 at the half over Eaton. As Patton, his carry, he might have got to the line of scrimmage.
Before he gets swallowed up, Silas Cunningham, as well as Brody Nolan, number 37, guys able
now the
to get in the
officials are
backfield.
stopping play. And last update we have, at the end of the first quarter, Miamisburg up 7-6 over Wayne. But that was at the end of the first quarter. I don't have anything else on that one.
I have a Firebird coming on late. Number 76, a new offensive lineman, Griffin Chomick. The punt from Seton up and away.
That one gonna be fielded and goes down right at the 25 maybe.
And we're gonna call it the 27. that is Maxim Butler, the man who decided to pick it up. And, you know, if I was him, I think I would have let it bounce right by me.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to get hit by Logan Wilkins.
Well, he got burned in the first half. He was the man who muffed the punt in the first half. And so that was dangerous after he let that bounce a couple times. So now this Panther offense going to have to come out and try and figure something out. Yates is lined up at wide receiver right now. Goes in motion.
Yates gets the carry to the outside, bursts through. Yates has a first down. Well, maybe. Depending on the spot.
It's going to be close. It looks like they're going to say he's about a yard or two shy. You're going to call it a pick up a 7. Long and Butler up to the top of the formation.
It's going to be a Newdigate hand up the middle, and what a tackle from behind. And there's going to be the horse collar. I was waiting for it, and that was kind of late.
I want to see it again. I'm not sure if I agree with that call. Gavin Profit. No, he got his hand around the front.
Yeah.
He got his hand on the front of the jersey.
That's a bad call there by the officials.
But I think we got to cut him a little bit of a break. They don't have the instant replay. That was a poor job. I think it might have been Yates on the block. Profit just really kind of pushed him right off. He engaged for about half a second.
Number 34, horse collar. Picking your penalty, first down.
A horse collar's never been a personal foul. I don't know.
Or maybe it is. I don't know. And yeah, you see
right there, his hand slips off. He had a hold of it, but his hand slipped off.
This time, it looks like number 7 is the intended target. Braden Wilhite. It's not going to be good. Stevie Doty on the coverage.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 here now for the Panthers. Newdigate's going to pitch it out to Yates. Wilhite had the block on that edge. Gets down to about the 42. Third and about 6 here. Let's see if the Panthers can pick this one up and keep the drive alive. And if you're the Firebirds here, you've got to stop them. You don't want to try and give up some momentum that you had going into the half. Butler in motion. Newdigate rolling to the right, throws it down to Butler. Butler, nice open field tackle there by number 26, Stevie Doty.
And it looks like Butler got back to the line of scrimmage, but wasn't able to pick up anything else. If the Panthers are going to be successful tonight, they're going to have to do something besides throwing these horizontal passes. It's not working against Fairmont right now. They're doing a lot better running horizontally, like actually just running the ball against this Firebird defense than they are trying to, you know, just beat them with slants and little drag routes.
On the punt here for the Panthers, punting Connor Smith. It's a low kick, fielded, fair caught at the, let's see where they actually mark him, because, I mean, he signaled the fair catch at about the 8, but he caught it about the 6. That one's kind of dangerous if you're paying. You going back, trailing, catching it over his head.
Kind of like a bullet kick. I mean, nothing underneath that. There's not
I think that one might have been able to go into the end zone, especially with I mean, like you said, it was just a low line driving kick. It definitely would have bounced into the end zone. It might not even bounce. It might have just sailed into the end zone. So Firebirds' second possession here of the second half. Inside the 10. We know what happened the last time the Firebirds started inside the 10.
23 plays and a field goal.
I guess I'll mark this drive off too. We'll see.
Let's see.
This one starts at 7:59 in the third.
This time the handoff. The pile is pushing a lot of back and forth in there. Silas Cunningham got into an intense shoving match. See Cunningham get engaged.
That's a nice pull out there by Baker. I don't know if you saw it at the very beginning of that replay. It looked like Patton was going to get hit, and he pulls it out right at the last possible second.
I tell you what. So did you see him at the end of that play, Silas Cunningham there fighting with an offensive lineman?
Yeah.
He had to be at least a 100-pound disadvantage. Silas Cunningham is 170 pounds.
Ooh, I don't know if I'd be pushing around down there if I was him. Brock's going to keep this one, roll to the right, cuts it back in across the field, out to the 15. Brock's still on his feet across the 20, out to about the 23, and that'll be enough for a Firebirds first down.
Baker zigging and zagging his way through the line. Great job. It looked like it was going to be a handoff. He goes right. Now he's going to go back left. Cuts back inside. Got a couple of nice blocks there. 47 and 50. That is Brody Whitaker and Aiden Stringer. Couple of athletic offensive linemen getting downfield, getting a good push.
You see I always love the drum line. That one's up in the student section with them. Well, next to the student section, I guess we'll say. I was down there at halftime. I'll never do that again. I don't know. That was insanely too loud. There's a nice run there for Baker, but a penalty flag.
I think I'll do it next time then. It's always fun
Felt like
to go
I was at the very front line of a mosh pit concert. Like, I don't know if I want to be in this.
It's always fun getting to go and say hi to Lance and some of his friends. Got the loud crowd involved at halftime.
Waiting to hear what the penalty is. I don't know if the refs know yet. They're still talking about it. There, the Firebirds are going to start backing up, so it's probably a holding. Oh, a chop block. I want to see a replay of that because, I mean, those are very... Oh, half the distance. That's going to really back up the Firebirds. They didn't say a number.
Because it's a personal foul.
It came in over on that right side. I didn't really see anybody go low on purpose.
Yeah, I didn't see it on that play.
Now the refs are huddling up again. And I heard a fan over here on the Firebird side yell that was a first down play. So, yeah, it's got to go back to, it'll be a first down for the Firebirds, not second and long now. It's going to be first and.
Repeat first down.
It's going to be first and, let's see where the ball is at the 11, the 12. So that's going to be first and about 16.
So, trying to figure out who it was that Silas Cunningham was shoving around down there. It was either number 50, Aiden Stringer, who weighs 255. So that's
it's about 80 pounds on him.
85 pounds. Or it was number 77, Taven Gifford, who is 278.
Brock pitches that one out. Trying to get to the hole. Upended is, I did not see the number.
43. That is Logan Doty, younger brother of Stevie Doty.
Mateer with the tackle. Mateer goes trying to knock the ball loose on that one. Leading with the helmet.
And Mateer, he is a new guy for when we're talking about names we're calling. We haven't seen him too much over the last couple of years, but this year he's a junior. He finally gets to, take a step forward, try and have an impact for this Panthers team. He's doing a really good job here in this third quarter.
Baker hands that one off up the middle, and I think that one would have been a time for Baker to keep that one.
99, Landon Ranger leading the charge for the Panthers.
I think that was Turner with the run.
Mintier, only 8 tackles on the season coming into the game.
There we
He's
see
got
the
5 or 6.
Borough Blue
tonight.
Crew is what they're called. It is Toga night, Greek night.
Because homecoming, so.
Must be a Greek-themed homecoming. It's going to be third and about 15, 16 here. Brock going to keep that one, pitches it out to
That's Doty.
Doty again. Doty cuts up field, and Doty will be close to a first down. I think he might have got it.
Logan Doty doing just enough. They're going to say he is just about a yard short. It was 3rd and 19, and he's going to get out to the 31.
And
that's a bad spot.
That's a bad spot for by the refs.
They need to give him at least an extra yard.
Yeah, they have him marked down at the 30, almost the 29. Low snap, gets it away.
And that one goes out of bounds.
At about the 45. So it doesn't even get to midfield.
And what a turn of events for the Panthers. Get short field position. I mean, Jared, it looks like they're marking that out at the 40. Did that even get back to the line of scrimmage?
Yeah, the line of scrimmage was at about the 30.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you see the chain gang is all confused here.
And now they got the team confused as you saw the offensive line run to one side and then back to the other. They weren't sure where the ball was being placed.
Yates in motion. Newdigate's going to keep this one. Newdigate opened or upended right there by number 12, Gavin Profit. I feel like we have only called his name on defense tonight. Him and Wilkins.
Called Stevie Doty's name at least once.
Newdigate lines up in shotgun. Newdigate going to take a two-step drop. Rifles at middle of the field, and it is intercepted by Stevie Doty. Doty's out across the 50, and Newdigate pushes him out of bounds at about the 46, and the Firebirds defense prevails again with an interception and about a 25-yard return.
And the snap by Newdigate. He just drops back and fires that one away into triple coverage. There was 3 Firebirds there. There was Seaton there. There was Profit there. And there was Doty. 3 of the guys who we've been calling all night long. All 3 were involved in the play.
Jackson Long. You see the Firebird bands getting happy there, trying to pump up the loud crowd. First and 10 here at the 45. Brock keeps that one, pitches it out to Gagel. Gagel trying to get to the edge, and Gagel ripped down. I think he might have got to the line of scrimmage.
Oh, so no, that was actually, that one was
30?
William Yates.
They're going to say he lost a yard on that, so it'll be 2nd and 11.
And definitely got to give the Panther defense and coaching staff props because they've been much more effective here in the second half at just not letting Fairmont just run roughshod all over them.
Baker going to go back. Baker thinking about throwing it. Baker going to tuck it, and he gets pushed forward to, he might have got back to the original line of scrimmage.
And very smartly tucked that thing away at the last second.
He was about to get hit, and it could have been a turnover.
Aiden Weimer, he does a great job, throws the left tackle off of him, and he's able to get back to Baker. If Baker cocks that back to throw that thing, Weimer's taking that thing out of his hands.
3rd and 10 here for the Firebirds. And you think maybe depending on what the Firebirds pick up here, might be on the cusp of Max Gehring's field goal range, and a timeout called by the Firebirds.
Timeout.
1:51 left here in the 3rd quarter. Trying to dial up the perfect 3rd down play here for the Firebirds.
So I was able to run over and get some stats at halftime, Jared. in the first half, the Firebirds ran the ball 28 times for 143 yards. That is... Hang on, my bad. My phone had a little issue. That is 5.1 yards per carry. Talk about getting everything they wanted. They were doing just that. But here in the second half, really struggled, not nearly as effective. Whereas you look on the other side in the first half, Austin Newdigate had 9 rushes for 42 yards, 4.7 yards a rush. So that's pretty good. And then Will Yates 4 for 16. But the passing hasn't been there, and that is what's supposed to
third
make
and
the
10.
difference
Baker
for the Panthers team.
gonna drop it back, throws it, floats it in.
And that one was tipped. Number 4, Connor Smith, got his hands all over that.
I think
He could have taken that back for 6 the other way.
Number 16,
but instead, it's
Skylar
Asa
Siffler?
Dunleavy. 18, Asa Dunleavy.
Or Dunleavy. So Dunleavy, the go-to target for the Brock Baker here in the early part of the first half of the season. He has 6 catches on the year. And that makes it 4th and about 3. Here we see the Borough Blue Crew. Their Twitter handle is. Go ahead and give them a follow. I have an update. Miamisburg up 17-13 at the half over Wayne. And Fairmont looking to go for it here. Brock going to pitch it back to the outside. There's Laundry on the play, or on the field.
And that was Logan Doty. It looked like for a second like it was going to be a double pass. Doty had that thing tucked up in his arm like he was getting ready to sling that thing. He decides to hang on to it.
Going to be an illegal shift against the Firebirds. You see right there, it was the center who just moved.
Or was it the fact that I think Asa Dunleavy and Turner, they both went into motion at the same time before the play. I think that's what it was. They're only allowed to have one guy moving at the start of the snap.
So that's going to push it back to about the 44, and that's going to send out Max Gehring to punt this one away. Or no, sorry, Daniel Seaton. Late running off here for the Firebirds. Seaton high snap, gets it a high booming kick. I lost it in the lights. That one bounces right around the 10 and went out of bounds. Let's see where the refs spot it.
Looks like they're going to mark it at the 14. And Jared, probably the most impressive stat from the first half was that Fairmont...
23-play drive?
Okay, well, the 23-play drive, absolutely impressive. But Fairmont controlled the ball for 17 and a half minutes to Springboro's 6.5.
I couldn't believe it.
3 times the time of possession.
Yeah, when you have the ball for literally the whole second quarter, you get those kind of obscure time of possessions.
So 2 wide receivers split to the bottom, 1 to the top, and Will Yates in the back.
It's going to be a handoff to Yates. Yates cuts it back across the field, tackled at about the 31. That'll be enough for a first down for the Panthers.
Excellent job.
You see the loud crowd here trying to pump up the Firebirds defense here. Let's get another turnover, what they're hoping for. See these people at the end of the front row, I don't think they really want to be there. They're just there. They weren't as excited as that middle. Newdigate back to pass, lofts it and lobs it
that is
to Braden Wilhite.
I believe that's his 2nd reception of the game and 15th on the season. Wilhite with their only receiving touchdown on the year. Ball is on the 43.
Pickup of 13 on that, 15 on that last one. Man in motion for the Panthers. Newdigate back to pass, and he's going to run right up the middle. Runs into his own line, spins around, and gets down to about the 50.
That was a nice hesitation there by Newdigate. He kind of gives just a second, acting like he's going to throw that, and then he's going to follow the right side of the line, gets behind number 59,
number 59
Andrew Fortner, doing a good job moving some bodies.
That was a quick third quarter.
Yeah, very quick third quarter. But what do you expect, Jared? These are Fairmont games.
It's only 8:45 here on a Friday night, and we're 12 minutes away, game time, from this one being over.
Well, we got done with the first half in less than an hour. Took exactly 50 minutes. Shout out to Minuteman Press of Kettering. They print, design, and promote. There you go.
And remember, be on the lookout about the end of this month for the Fairmont Sports Spirit Wear. Stock up on all of your Firebird swag. I think it's about 2 or 3 different color options you have. I know for sure the navy blue.
I am not a fan.
I did not like that, and that's why I stopped talking. They went from John Denver's Country Road to a very heavy screamo version of it.
It didn't start out as John Denver. I don't know who that was, but that was not traditional country roads. That's why they're losing 10-0. I'm very anti what is going on right now.
I kind of like it now. After the screamo part, it's a little bit more up tempo, but that screamo part threw me.
Country Roads is too legendary. It doesn't need remixed.
No.
There we go.
Now we got the right Country Roads.
All right. I better turn this off or I'm going to start singing.
Don't quit your day job, Andy.
I plan on it.
All right, come on, Andy. Country roads, take me home. And Fairmont hopefully trying to ride this country road to a 10-point lead here at the start of the fourth quarter. Hopefully moving to 3-2 on the season.
Mountain Mama.
And with what would be back-to-back wins to start conference play, Fairmont can throw their hat into the ring for a chance at a G-Walk conference title.
It's one of my favorite songs to play driving around at night in my Jeep. Beautiful. All right, and back to the fourth quarter action.
Newdigate second and about 5 here from the 50. Newdigate back to pass, throws it down the middle of the field, and it is too far for everybody.
Maxim Butler and
Long, I believe.
Jake Long, is it?
Jackson.
Jackson Long.
With an X.
They were both down there, but that one was about 5 yards out of reach for each of them.
So it'll be third and about 3 here for the Panthers, and really, I mean, they wasted 20 seconds trying to get Long and Butler back up here at the line of scrimmage. You send everybody to the end zone, and you got to wait for them to come back. Butler in motion. Newdigate keeps that one, and a hard hit right there at the line of scrimmage. I believe that was number 45.
Devin Porter. He's able to get in the backfield. The Firebirds, they got great push here on this play. Butler goes in motion, and immediately,
I thought it was going to be there, but look at Porter.
Is in the backfield. Totally blew up that play. Skylar Seifler was trying to get in the backfield. He got blocked, but he did enough. He stopped the Panthers from being able to pick up anything there.
Kind of a questionable head scratch of maybe not going for it here if you're the Panthers. And that, I'm surprised there's not a holding flag called. I saw the jersey grab.
Logan Wilkins, who was on the edge trying to get a chance to block that punt.
I want to take another look. Hey, replay department on it right here, top of the edge. You might see it come into play right there. Kind of blurry, but you saw he had a fistful of jersey.
Braylon Smith, luckily for the Panthers, is able to get away with that.
Oh, here we go again. Here we heads up play by our replay department, rewinding it.
I'm going real slow. I think I can see a tug.
What is this ref looking at right here, right in front of that play? He's just out there looking for Waldo.
You can see his face is already downfield. He wasn't paying attention.
And then you got the head ref back here. But yeah, you see kind of blurry, but a handful of jersey. But I think Fairmont will be fine taking it at the 10 and maybe taking the last 11 minutes off this clock.
We're going for another 90-yard drive. The pitch out. You're going to find the edge. There's going to be some laundry out on the play. It's probably going to be a holding on the Firebirds. Going to look to see what the call is.
I would love for the referee to say, oh, we messed up. We'd missed the holding there, so we're just going to negate the one here.
Holding on the offense, number 17.
Holding by Carson Copley.
Repeat first down.
All right, Andy, end of the third quarter. Northmont 13, Centerville 7.
Oh my goodness, what is happening this week? The whole world is going crazy, Jared.
Miamisburg 24, Wayne 13 in the third quarter.
Oh, third quarter? Wow. So Willian Yates getting stretched out down there.
Man, if I would have, I was about a coin flip from picking Miamisburg. It's like, no, Wayne just beat Springfield last week in dramatic fashion. So I was like, oh, that's too much, especially with how we saw the Centerville Elks last week just completely stopped all of Miamisburg's offense. I got to stick with my gut.
We'll see. It's not over yet.
It's not over yet, but, I mean, that's up 2 scores on the Wayne Warriors. Now it's going to be 1st and 12 inside the 10.
Brock under center, Patton, the deep man.
Brock he just said, here's a hole, I'm going to take it. He turned around to look for the handoff, and he just saw the hole and said, now I'll just tuck this one and run for about 6.
There's at least 4 or 5 times a game where that happens with Fairmont, where the Hogs do such a good job of clearing a path that Baker just gets a free 5 yards untouched, it seems like.
And just as quickly as I said, Northmont was up. Centerville takes it back on a 65-yard strike from Wells to Cogill. 14-13. Baker under center. Baker hands that one off to, was that Patton?
Yes.
No. Yes, it was.
Aiden Weimer, one of the guys in there on the stop. Weimer had 10 tackles all by himself in the first half, doing all sorts of things for that Panthers front.
Can you do that, Andy?
Maybe.
Twirl a flag up in the air and catch. Oh, no, never. Sorry, that's not flag. That's was that the wooden rifles or just the baton? Either way, can you flip that about 15 yards or 15 feet in the air and catch it?
Maybe. I think
I'm going to break my glasses or hit my head or something. Nice pitch out here for Brock Baker. Big hole to the right side.
That is Doty.
Still on his feet. Doty tackled at the 50.
Lowers the shoulder.
Logan Doty, I think that's his first carry of the game.
Takes Landon Martin to the ground.
Martin with the tackle there, like you said.
It looks like it is. And it was
Logan says, all right, my brother gets a interception for 25. I'm just going to run it for about 35, 40. Nine minutes and change left here. Fairmont, a fresh set of downs. And
do they have any more brothers?
I don't know.
It's going to be sad when Stevie leaves. Because he is a senior this year.
Handoff goes up the middle. I tell you what, the football team's going to miss him, but the baseball team's going to miss him a whole lot more.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, the one baseball game I went to last year was the Reds Skyline Showdown, and it was them and the Elks were playing at Wright State. Doty pitched a complete game, 1 run, 1 hit, and had about 9 Ks. And actually added him, or he had the game, what ended up being the game-winning 2-out RBI single to win 2-1.
So you're saying he's a 2-sport star?
Yes. And I know it's going to be hard to believe what we've seen him do on the football field, but I think baseball is his stronger sport.
Oh, you're saying Firebird fans cannot wait till spring.
Right. The baseball team had a good run last year. The young, they were a little bit young, so I mean you had your miscues and all that there, but I think this Firebirds team will be ready. I think they ended up drawing like the 4 seed last year. I could very well see them maybe being a top 2 seed. 3rd and 6, 7 here.
Put some baseball games on the schedule, Jared.
And Brock is stood up, and that is, I always hate seeing a quarterback being folded back like that.
And got cut in half on that play. There was 4 different Panthers who were saying, sorry, Brock, you're not going anywhere this time.
Oh.
9, 4, 5, and I did not see the other number there.
So that was
Connor Smith, Dylan Giles, or
Benham Krause. You said 9, right?
Yep.
Benham Krause.
That was 3 of them, and then I think number 9 might have been the other. Or no, I did say Krause.
So Fairmont looking to punt here. About 6:50 left here in the 3rd. Barely gets that one away, and that one almost hits the athletic director.
Seaton had a great punt in the 1st quarter, but since then really kind of struggled.
Well, Springboro's definitely getting through a little bit more. The last couple punts, the one he shanked out of bounds, I really thought was going to get blocked, and I'm surprised it wasn't. There we see the Firebirds cheerleaders.
Yeah, I don't think there's a ton as of right now that Coach Miller is going to be upset about, but the punt protection is going to be one of the things that he's going to be, hey guys, we gotta tighten this up.
And that will be
good.
Huge for their game next week. Springfield. Newdigate going to keep this one. Newdigate runs up the middle for about a gain of 5. And at some point, I know it's only been Newdigate, it seems like has really been the big offense for the Panthers, but he's got to start going downfield. 6.5 minutes left and counting, trailing by 10.
Yeah, you're just running out of time, plain and simple. I mean, you got to find a way to pick up yards faster than 5, 6 at a time. You're going to have to pick up some chunk plays here.
And here goes one to the far outside. And does Wilhite tap the feet to get in? He does.
That was a really big catch there, enough to get him the 1st down. They're going to mark it at the 43.
And you see, look, right there in the middle, Coach Miller talking about what needs to happen here. Although I think we might need to tell our camera people don't get too close. I'm sure Miller doesn't want anything being said about what he circles on that screen. Maybe somebody sees. Newdigate's going to keep that one. Evades the first open tackle, and Doty. And I was wondering, Doty looked like he got his fingers in there. I thought he was going to do maybe one of those Three Stooges, poke him in the eye, maybe.
That was very dangerous right there. I was waiting to see the laundry come out, as anytime hands get close to the face mask, you almost expect to see a flag.
I think Yates was expected to keep that one. You saw he kind of looked down, and you see Doty right there.
He's real. He. There you go. I didn't see the flag come out, but
I think it came out right at the end of that. Ooh. So that's about a gain of 12, and then on top of that, a 15-yarder for that too. So that's going to take him inside the 40. Newdigate throws it quick out to, I believe that's Wilhite, isn't it? Or is that Long? Nope, Long's right here, and Wilhite's right there. So that was Butler. I was about to say, it's got to be somebody then.
Nice job there by the big offensive lineman. Get out there on the screen. That's number 53 and 75. 75 is Jackson Dooley. 53, that is
Newdigate's going to keep this one. Run up the middle. And you see there, number 25 for the Firebirds, Chase Ford, trying to knock that ball out. Profit makes the first hit, but as always, it's either Profit or Wilkins in there making first contact or cleaning it up.
2 wide receivers split to each side. Yates in the backfield. Newdigate takes a snap.
Newdigate looking downfield middle, hauled in by
Maxim
Butler.
He's on his way to the end zone. That is a touchdown. Exactly what the Panthers were looking for. I don't know if a defender slipped on the coverage, but Butler, after he beats that first man, you see the offensive line did a really good job blocking, gave Newdigate tons of time.
And you see right there, I didn't see the number, but it looked like he kind of dove, maybe tried to tip it away.
It was just a little late.
That might have been Profit, because that's kind of his area of the field.
Now Greenberg on to kick the extra point and make it a 3-point game. So it took them almost the whole game, Jared. But the Panthers, they get on the board and they make this thing interesting. 5:03 remaining. Still have 3 timeouts, I believe. It does not say on the scoreboard.
I feel like they've taken one, but I'm not for sure. I've been waiting to sit on this stat all night. Since 2020, each of the games, that's what, 20, 21, 22, 20, so 3 years, have been decided by 6 points in this series. Combined. Well, it's 1-1 in favor of each school. Or no, it's 2-1 in favor of the Panthers. In 2020, Fairmont won 10-7. Won on a blocked field goal that would have tied in and sent it to overtime for the Firebirds. A couple years ago, 21, we were here. Springboro scored a touchdown with about a minute and a half left and called their last timeout and went and lined up to go for 2. Won 15-14. And last year at Roush, sorry, I'm getting ready for basketball season. At Roush, Springboro scored late to take a 21-20 lead, and that was the final.
And we are setting up for a photo finish just like the last few times. So the Fairmont offense definitely struggled a lot more here in the second half. Not been able to move the ball nearly as effectively. Over 5 yards of rush in the first half and nearly 150 yards on the ground. Now, I think if you're the Firebirds, if you can come out and pick up 2-3 first downs, I think you can ice this game. But the front 7, the front 8, 9, because they're not putting anyone back to play coverage right now. The front 11.
I was about to say, you might as well just say, I was about to say 10, just leave somebody out there in the backfield.
As you can see, the safety is further back than everyone else, but everyone else up there in that box. They've done a good job getting the second half.
Nice play design there for the Firebirds.
And Logan Doty getting to do some work.
And again, you talked about that hole, but look at this hole on a double. I don't really know. I mean, it's not a double fake, but a fake off and then a handoff and a splitting, kind of a split wishbone backfield.
The hole was not open for very long, but we could have driven our TV truck through there.
That's pretty big.
It was a wide hole, Jared.
And just like that, Fairmont picks up the first down on a huge play.
Let's talk about the grit and the toughness of those Blue Hogs. We got 77 Taven Gifford over there on that side. Ethan Branham, 73, and I think it's 54 over there.
Turner, yes it is.
Noah Tulich. And man, those guys are just doing the Lord's work tonight for the Firebirds.
Turner gets about a gain of 3 on the play. And if you're Springboro here and you stop the Firebirds and force a third down, I'm not opposed to taking a timeout here to save the clock a little bit.
Yeah, no, I think if you're Will Height, you really have to be deciding.
Because if not, that's another 40 seconds coming off.
We're not going to get many more shots at this thing. We got to save every second we can.
Brock going to fake the hand. Or no, he hands it right off to Turner.
And
Turner,
Silas Cunningham is able to get in there with some help from some friends. He's able to upend that rush.
And quickly, Will Height calls the timeout.
Number 25, Javen Barrett, also able to get in there. Did a great job. After the initial push of Turner, you see right here up the middle, takes the snap. Turner, he's got the initial surge, but then Silas Cunningham and like I said, Javen Barrett fill that hole and send him in the other direction.
So Will Height quickly called the timeout, stops it with 3:40. It'll be third and about that 3 or 4, you want to call it. We've said Fairmont coming in averaging 3 passes a game. Brock has completed 1 and then ended up pulling it and running it for the first time. Do you think Fairmont Dare takes a shot here?
Well, if there is any time that the Panthers would expect it, I would say it's right now. So probably not. I mean, 3rd and 5.
Oh, it's 3rd and 5. That did look a little closer than that from what we see on the field.
Patton in the backfield. Gaggle in motion.
Brock's going to keep this one, gets up to about the 40.
And that's not going to be
And
enough.
that's going to be short by about a yard.
4th and 2. They had to make it to the 42.
Okay.
And that's Springboro's second timeout. So they had all 3 of them to start the drive. Very smart move by Will Height, holding on to those things for dear life until he absolutely has to spend them. And I guess we're gonna get to see how good the clock management of this new Springboro offense is. They will have 3.5 minutes to drive the field.
If I'm Fairmont,
You going for it?
I'm not going for it. I'm going to send my offense out there,
Make him
take out the
timeout.
tonnage, and try to draw them offsides. If you false start or it doesn't matter if you take the delay game or not, but if you false start, you back up 5 yards. I don't think it matters at this point. But if you get them to jump off sides, that's an automatic first down and almost would seal the victory here for the Firebirds with only 1 timeout left for the Panthers.
That is true, but the Springboro defense is now trying to run off as they were expecting for the Firebirds to go for it. And, I really like this decision.
And this is probably about one of Seaton's best punts of the night.
I was going to say.
Inside down the 20 out to about the 20. I would say that might go down to the 16. 17.
But yeah, I really like that decision, especially because Seton has struggled. If you guys are not able to draw them offside, then you're backing yourself up 5 more yards. And with Seton not doing the best punting the ball, what if he only gets 20 yards out of it? Then you're giving the Panthers really good field position. Instead, Seton has his either a second best or
I would say
his
second
best.
The first one tonight where the Firebirds got that turnover was the best one I've seen from him. This will be the 3rd game we've seen from him so far. But this is it. Springboro 5 wide here to start what could be their final possession.
Yates at the bottom of the screen with Butler.
Newdigate going to tuck this one, run right up the middle, and a nice open field tackle. Profit.
And he was getting up a little slow, but he looks to be okay.
And you talked about clock management. I'm surprised Springboro doesn't have a couple plays lined up here. You've already taken off 15 seconds. Now 20 seconds, and Springboro finally gets it off, throws it to the far side. And
that's Will Height. And
Will Height gets it to the 29.
Coach's son coming up big here in the 4th quarter. You can hear the Fairmont faithful starting to get loud a little bit, calling for their defense to make one more stand.
One more stand or a turnover here would ultimately seal it for the Firebirds. Newdigate going to hand this one off to Yates. Yates trying to get to the edge. A nice open field tackle right there. Is that 3?
Toby DeGlow.
DeGlow comes through. His older brother was a prolific running back we saw over the last few years for the Firebirds. And watch DeGlow come out from the side of your screen and blows up Yates.
And man, good job there, Maxim Butler. He did a good job sealing the edge. Chase Ford was the man he was blocking. If Yates was able to get that edge, he could have picked up 20 yards there.
Newdigate throws it, and Springboro's lucky that fell to the ground quickly.
In and out of the hands of Butler. Wasn't ready for that one.
So third and 10 here. Play clock is running down to 25.
Number 82, Caleb Barnhill, runs on to play nose tackle for the Firebirds this play.
Newdigate in shotgun formation here. Newdigate back to pass, rolls to the left. Newdigate looking to throw downfield, throws it, and it is incomplete. Intended to, I can't say, is that Yates? Oh, no, that's Wilhite. And this is the ball game. 4th and 10 here for the Panthers.
And we've seen this quite a bit throughout the season so far, Jared.
You see the Firebird student section and the Firebird faithful trying to pump up their defense.
Newdigate rolled out of the pocket when he did not need to.
Newdigate back to pass, throws it down far side of the field, and it's incomplete. Turnover on downs with 2:09 left here in the ball game.
Miscommunication by Newdigate and Butler. That one is way over the head of Maxim Butler. He thought he was running a little out to the corner, and I mean, he ran the right route, just not nearly deep enough. He turns around the last second. That one is 5 yards over his head, out of bounds, into one of the coach's hands.
Fairmont ultimately 2 plays away from really putting this one away. Springboro 1 timeout left.
So they're gonna have to pick up a first down.
Brock under center. Brock gonna pitch it out to Doty.
He's gonna get caught in the backfield and thrown back.
Wilhite quickly takes the timeout, and
Aiden Weimer.
I kind of like that play call by the Firebirds. You're really trying to stretch it out as far as you can, and hopefully you stay up long enough to take a couple more ticks off the clock. A loss of 3, but definitely would have, Springboro could have called the timeout about 8 or 9 seconds sooner if they would have went right up the middle.
Aiden Weimer, 26 tackles coming into this game. He's got a chance to double that tonight. Had 10 in the first half. Might have another 10 here in the second. He was one of those guys that last season, I think he had over 100 tackles for this team. So
who was that?
Aiden Weimer. So I'm a little surprised.
Cunningham, and I think Connor Smith all had over 100 tackles last year for the Panthers.
So kind of weird being in week 5, he comes in with 26.
That's a lot lower than what you're planning on averaging.
Yeah,
Brock
I was
keeps
surprised.
that one. Brock trying to stay on his feet as much as possible, loses about 2 or 3 more yards.
But this time the clock is going to continue to run.
Loss of a couple of yards on that play. It'll be 3rd down and long now from the Panther 34.
3rd and long here for the Firebirds. But as you see, those seconds are ticking off the clock. Fairmont doesn't have to hike this one till about 1:10 left on the clock, or 1:14 actually.
Aiden Weimer had 103 tackles last season.
Fairmont hikes it at 2. Brock hands off on the delay up the middle for DeGlow. DeGlow just needs to go down. And 40 seconds are going to tick off, so Springboro might get this ball back with about 20 seconds.
Connor Smith had 138 tackles last season. That is a big number.
You see Fairmont's going to take all the time off with this. And you even know what could happen. This one's going to tick down, and Fairmont's going to call their second timeout. 30 seconds left.
Timeout.
I'm not saying it's going to happen, but what if Fairmont goes and sends the offense back out there, and what if Brock can just take about a 5-step drop, take as much time as one he wants off, and then just lob one down the middle of the field? It doesn't have to be complete, but just take
seconds.
off. Just
There's still 30 seconds left.
They could take off about 10, 15.
They'd be running around for a while.
Now they put an extra second back on the clock. Well, the ball's at the 32 and a half, you want to call it? So
if you're the Firebirds.
And the offense is going back out there.
Well, I guess we'll see if they're able to pick this up. But let's say they can't. Where are you having your defense line up?
For the Firebirds?
Yes. No closer than the opposite 40, in my opinion.
Yes. And Fairmont calls their last timeout.
Just wanted to make them think about it.
Maybe change up something on the offensive end. But no, I was talking this could be on the very edge of Gehring's range. Let me pull up his stats and see what his long is for the year. Let's see, in the Alter game, he hit a let's see, 25-yarder. And he did not kick one, so 25 is the longest of the season. Because I think it was about a 20-yarder he kicked it earlier in this game. And you see here, look, the Firebirds, they're going to pitch it out.
And Doty is going to
Doty's going to pick it, and Doty's going to score. No, yes, he is. Doty steps in. A touchdown for the Firebirds. What a gutsy call.
The last man to try and stop him, Landon Martin, at the very end, nearly pulls him down, number 2. The late pitch. Brock Baker was about to get busted right in the mouth. Fourth and 2 from the 40.
Oh, that
30?
was 4th and 2. I thought it was like 4th and at least, because I thought they lost play yards on both plays.
I'm pretty sure it was 4th and 2.
But nonetheless, the gutsy play call for Miller to go for it. High snap, kicks up, and it is good for Max Gehring.
And what an explanation point to put on this game for the Firebirds. A couple of big wins over the last couple weeks.
Knocking off an undefeated Northmont, trailing by 14 late in the 4th. Scored with 4:08 last week, and then with 15 seconds to force overtime. And then tonight, a 23-play, 12-minute, 32-second drive.
That's something special. The offense struggled the entire second half, but right there they got all they needed to really wrap this thing up. You look over to the Care Flight side of the field, and you can see the togas are exiting. Most of them are already gone.
They're trying to beat the traffic. I don't know if we can get a shot of the fans leaving over to the left side. They are clearing out of here. So Fairmont finally prevails after losing the last two in this last 2 years. Gets back, and this is going to be the biggest win since 2015 for either side. A 10-point win here for the Firebirds.
There is a possible run back. Let's not count our chickens before they hatch, Jared.
All right. No run back. Out of bounds. Kick goes out of bounds at the 10. That's going to start him at the 35. So we're going to see a couple passes here with 23 seconds left. All right, Andy, I guess it's time to decide.
Player of the game is what we're...
I'll just try to interview the entire offensive line at once. How about that? Just give it to the Blue Hogs.
So, Logan Wilkins had...
Oh, I thought we were going to go to Doty.
A great game. Stevie Doty had a great game.
Logan Doty just put his name on for a great game.
Doing a lot here in the second half to make things happen.
I would say probably over 200 combined rushing yards for the Firebirds tonight. You said it was, 150 at the half?
150 at 147 at
147.
halftime.
So, yeah, I would say they easily got 43 here in the second half. Well, yeah, it was about a 38-yard run that Doty had there on 4th down. So, yeah, they easily surpassed the 2-century mark.
And it'll be from the 35 now.
So it sounds like we're going to give it to the Hogs this game.
It is.
We'll have to find one of the captains down there.
That's going to be hard.
I talk to Coach, see who the captain is.
Coach, just give me all of the offensive linemen. We're just going to huddle them all up, and we're just going to do a group interview. Oh, Springboro wanted to take the re-kick. I didn't know you could do that.
And once again, they kick it out of bounds. So Springboro wanted a shot to take that one.
So do they get to decline that one again, or do they have to take that one? The way Butler's not leaving the field, he wants to. They're going to re-kick it again.
Is standing in the same spot.
All right.
Another out-of-bounds kickoff in front of Max Gary. And we'll try it again.
And you can hear the Fairmont student section is very happy with this one. I don't know if we can get a shot of that right now. But they're enjoying this win, soaking it up, and building a lot of momentum going up against Springfield next week.
I was trying to see if I could understand the chant that they were given, but I couldn't. The drums were a little too loud.
So this one pushed back to the 30. So I guess if you accept the or if you decline the penalty, it moves it to the 30. Now the officials are going to stop playing. Come on, guys. We've got 23 seconds left of game time. The officials are making this go a lot longer than what it needs to be. All right, third time. If you kick it out of bounds, you just get the ball at the 30.
Well, they're contracted for 2.5 hours. They got to make this thing stretch out 16 more minutes.
Well, a little bit longer than that because it started at 7:07. It wasn't a 7 o'clock tip. So, yeah, they got to make sure this goes the full 2.5.
I have TV obligations.
So Gehring has kicked it out of bounds twice. Let's see. I mean, I'm not trying to say that I could do this, but let's just kick it right down the middle of the field this time.
I mean, look, I'm not saying I'm a great kicker.
Right.
But it is a 53.5-yard target.
Yeah,
you got to be able to keep it in the field.
And they're just going to squib it up the middle. This one fielded. I did not see who fielded. Oh, here we're going to see as we zoom in out to gets across the 54 for the Panthers. That is Connor Smith.
Leading tackler, at least coming into the game for the Panthers. Though I do think it is very possible that Aiden Weimer has taken that spot.
We called Silas Cunningham's name a lot tonight, too. I don't know how much he was trailing for total tackles, but
I think he had 7 in the first half. So he did a good job, but
all right, so like you said, Fairmont going to kind of spread this one out a little bit. Only going to put 3 up on the defensive line. Going to go 8 in coverage you see back there. Newdigate back to pass, throws it down, check down, gets out of bounds at about the 40, maybe the 38.
And they got Brock Baker as the absolute deep man.
He has an interception on here.
And then Cameron Payne, the other guy who is deepest, got, I would say, 2 of the team leaders, most certainly.
Newdigate almost dropped that pass. Gonna dump that
Butler
one.
to the 30.
There's about 6
They're
seconds
gonna
left.
have to
I don't know if they're
go
going to get this
want
one
another
off.
play.
4, 3, 2, 1. No,
They
they
got it.
barely get it off. Newdigate throws it to Butler. Butler tackled in play, and that one is going to do it. Fairmont. A couple defensive stands that really put this one away for the Firebirds. Fairmont wins it 17-7 in our MVCC game of the week for week number 5. We're halfway done. Let's see if the second half holds up to what we've had the last couple weeks.
Yeah, we've had a heck of a lot of fun through the first 5 weeks. Had 2 extra games so far, so we've done 7 this season, and I have had a thrilling time through each of them. Had one more good game tonight as the Firebirds. I mean, the running game was just too strong, and Carey and I took an L. But we'll get you back later, Jared.
All right, that one's going to do it from Careflight Field at Watkins Stadium. Jared Bergstrom, Andy Horton, the rest of Miami Valley Communications crew, and students from Fairmont High School. We will see you next week as we will head back out to Niswonger Field as we will pick up the Oakwood Lumberjacks, and they're going to take on the Valley View Spartans in a swivel matchup next week.
That's all, folks.
We're here with Firebirds Coach Miller. Coach, your defense stood strong on that 4-play inside the 1 stand. What do you have to say about them?
Huge. That was huge. I mean, that was a long drive from them and wasn't looking good there for a while, but they just kept going and bowed their back up, and that was a great stop, very timely.
And then a 12.5-minute, 20-plus play drive to end the half. What do you hang your hat on about that one?
You know, we just, other than 2 offsides penalties, I mean, pretty good. That was a good job. We're gonna have to go here. We're not safe. I'm telling you, we got to go.
All right, thank you. Good luck, Coach.